Good morning, Fork Union. It is Thursday morning. We are continuing our walk through this passage from the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verses 16 through 19, about the seven things that God hates. And as I wrap up my time with you this week, um, on this Thursday, we're going to look at the number three thing on the list that God hates, and that is hands that kill the innocent. Hands that kill the innocent. Again, God did not create us to be men who destroy innocence. I think God wants us to protect the innocent. As a matter of fact, in the Bible, a lot of times a good illustration of um, the, uh, the groups of people most in need and most needing protection are orphans and widows. Um, you know, children or babies that didn't have parents around, or women who were widowed, and therefore in the ancient times, in the ancient cultures, a lot of times they did not have the being able to be provided for by a husband or protection from a husband. So God actually says in the Bible 24 times throughout the entire Bible, 24 times specifically tells us that we must protect orphans and widows in their distress. As a matter of fact, James 1:27, one of my favorite Bible verses, says, pure religion in the eyes of God is this, is to protect and provide for the orphans and widows in their distress, and to not let the world pollute you. Um, so, a lot of times people look at the Ten Commandments and they see the commandment that says, "Thou shalt not kill." Um, and a lot of times, uh, that's a sermon for a different day. That word is probably more closely translated to murder than kill. But in this case, I can imagine some people are looking at this Bible verse and thinking to themselves, well, who's innocent? What's the definition of innocent, right? They want to play the armchair lawyers and try to justify things. But I think in our hearts we know what God is saying here. God is saying that we should not kill innocent people. That God hates it when that happens, as a matter of fact. Why? Because the innocent are creations of God. They're children of God, and they need protection. And for those of us in a position to protect, that's what we're supposed to do, is to protect. But a lot of times people choose not to, unfortunately. And sadly, throughout history, we have seen many, many cases of people, men and women, who think it is okay to kill someone who is innocent. Um, and that's really, really unfortunate. And I know it makes God really, really sad, because it disconnects us with God when we do that. When we don't follow his desires for our lives, it causes us to disconnect with him. And that is essentially what sin is, and that is to be in disconnect with God. Sin is not necessarily an act, something that's bad by our standards or what we think is bad. Sin is separation from God, which God doesn't want us to have. God wants us to be together with him. And killing innocent people is an example of that disconnect with God's will for our lives. So think about that, and hope you all have a fantastic Friday tomorrow and a great weekend. And I will see you again on Monday. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and let the classes close in prayer. So maybe there's some prayer requests among you. Maybe there's a cadet who would like to lead the class in prayer. But go ahead and close. Teachers, if you don't mind, either yourselves or have one of the cadets close in a prayer, and then get started with the class day. So thanks very much. Have a great, great day today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.